after the negative cues that we got from the US markets. Most of them are in the red, Nikkei being the biggest loser.
There could be one more hike in the April policy.
The SDFC Bank, robust deposit momentum continues. YOY, it's the best in last 11 quarters.
On windfall taxes, so to say, on crude oil production, they have been cut to nil versus
the pricing relief that is expected from the Kirit Parikh recommendations will come through sooner rather than later.
So the sensex is up 65 points, the nifty is up 16 points.
The valuations are now somewhere in the vicinity of 17.5 to 18 times.
Still, there are a lot of uncertainties around inflation outlook as well as what happens to the Fed policy.
It's most likely that, the new gas pricing guidelines will be considered.
Things are on the mend as far as overall sentiment is concerned. We're up about 90 points.
Indian equities have received 3 positive updates coming in from brokerages. Nifty is at the day's high as we speak, up 137 points right now at 17,535. Well, that was the day so far. Hello and welcome to Closing Bell. You're watching us live from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studio right here in Mumbai. I'm Sonia. With me are Mangalam and Nigel. It's just one of those days that came out of the blue, and look at the way the market has soared today. I think, the market is now, above the 200-day moving average as well. The bulls have tightened their grip on the market, and it comes at a time when I guess was very opportunistic, the time when a lot of brokerages are also sort of raising their India call. But the good part is that the market has not given up on any of its gains. It's built on to the gains through the course of the day. The advanced decline ratio is solid. The cash market volumes are high, in fact, over 44,000 crores of cash market volumes. And not once in the day have we seen any kind of profit taking. So I guess that's something that the bulls will take with both hands. Having said all of that, there are so many cues and triggers to watch out for, starting with the RBI policy tomorrow and then the earnings, etc. So one never knows. The market is still in a range, but thankfully today has been a good day for the bulls.
Well, that's right. After the RBI policy, we have a good long weekend as well. That's the best news, I think so. But for the time being, we're going to have a very, very crucial final 60 minutes. And I say this because Nifty has got into that resistance zone. 17,500 around 17,550. Now we're at the upper end out there, and it looks like the bulls, they have a plan to break above that. If we can close above that 17,550, it'll be good news. And I say that because we conquered the 200 DMA in the first hour itself, but now we're built on and we're trading above the 50 DMA as well. And the options data is quite encouraging because there are signs of writing at around the 17,500 put, the 17,400 put as well. Open interest built up is massive out there. So the bulls feel that maybe that base for the market, at least in the near term, has moved up to say around 17,300 odd. The Nifty Bank, that's doing a relative underperformance today, but it's holding on to the 50 DMA. So you like what you see out there. We're closer to around 41,000 odd. HDFC Twins, well, they are doing quite well, and that's what's holding one end up. Otherwise, the Nifty Bank is doing a relative underperformance today. And Mangalam, before I toss it back to you, I just want to pull up LTTS, that's L&T Technology Services. We should get the futures plate up for you, as well as the cash market stock for you. You can get both of them up. In the futures, the stock is up closer on 7, in the cash market, it's up closer on 7%. In the futures, it's up closer on 3%. So there's a big difference out there. As it is, there was a bit of a discount that, the futures stock was trading at. And now that's got widened a little bit. So I'm not sure what's going on, whether there's cash market buying. The shorts are still sitting in the futures as well, but there's a big, big difference out there. That's the cash market rate, and in just a bit we'll get the futures rate as well. It just happened, so that's why I thought we'll point that out. Pull up the futures stock, you'll get the price out there, closer to around 3,400 odd.
All right, Nigel, I'm just looking at a bunch of stocks out here, and it's the mid-cap index. While at an index level, we are seeing some bit of an underperformance. The index is mildly in the red. It will be an important, crucial hour for the next, move on the mid-cap index as well. Why is that? Because it's Wednesday, and Wednesdays we have the mid-cap index expiry too. So is it underperformance because of expiry management or not is the big question we'll get an answer to. Mainly because beneath the index, we have more stocks advancing than declining by a wide margin. All through today's trading session, 3.5 to 4 stocks have been in the green for every one in the red. And we've been talking about how the Nifty Bank has underperformed, but despite that, there has been no problem for the Nifty whatsoever. Why? Because of the smoothest transitions that we got from the Nifty Bank to Nifty IT. The IT index is supporting the index, the frontline index that is. If you just take a look at the way the IT index has moved in the second half of trade, right at the time when we saw the Nifty Bank underperform, the IT index at the high point with a gain of almost 1.2%. You're looking at LTTS. I'm looking at the top 6 gainers on the F&O space. All of them belong to the IT pack, and these are the top 6 gainers in the last hour itself. So be it LTTS, we have LTI, Mindtree, or any of those mid-cap IT stocks, Persistent Systems for that matter, all of them doing extremely well. So the broader market's looking extremely good. The frontline index looking very good, and we have a long weekend at the end of this week. So we don't know what's bad.
That's the icing on the cake, right? The cherry on top. Okay, so lots lined up in the next 1 hour as well. So let's get straight to that. CNBC-TV18 learns that a cabinet meeting later this week is likely to discuss the recommendations of the Kirit Parikh Committee on gas sector reforms. We'll get you details from that and also analyze the stock impact. Power Dynamics is under pressure as FY23 revenues see a 13% year-on-year decline. Details coming up on the show. Banking stocks like Federal Bank and RBL Bank also under pressure post their Q4 business updates. Details coming up. And we'll discuss some top portfolio bets with Shibani Sarkar Korean of Kotak Mahindra AMC. All of this coming up in a bit. But first up, Mitesh Thakkar joins in now with some closing strategy